Hello everyone, Cedric and Cedric here for CR Wrestling Commentary, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Power Struggle, and not going to go over every single match because it's a 4-hour event, and I will be honest with you, it's something about New Japan Pro Wrestling that just sucks the life out of me. Or it could just be my illness kicking in, or that I need a shower, or that I've been sitting in this chair all day, or that it's just hard to give a great damn about something that's not doing things right. You know? Because New Japan is just above AEW in terms of AEW is more background music and sound for when I'm doing stuff, and I might look at the screen depending upon reactions or something. New Japan, I will keep glancing at. And which is what I was doing while playing Final Fantasy. That's on your screen, which I'll be doing during the commentary because I got stuff I got to do. Well, no, want to do in this game. But this match here that we're going to cover is where we start off, and it's about an hour, just over an hour in when it ends. But this will be for the Never Open Weight 6-man Tag Team Championship. And I want to know how Yoshihashi and them perform in title matches and whatnot. So, this is Sho, Takahashi Yujiro, and Evil versus Yoshihashi, Ishii Tomohiro, and Goto Hiroki, for the titles. Yoshihashi, Ishii, Goto, champions. Others, challenges. Challenges always introduced first. So, was I expecting a lot? No. Was I expecting very little? No.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting little. I was expecting right there in the middle. It is what it is. Did the G1 drain them too? I didn't keep notes on this. Wasn't going to keep notes on this. Didn't care to. I don't think I'm going to keep notes on anything. Because New Japan has become extremely predictable. And there's nobody that I care to see. And I think that's what hurts me the most, because there used to be people I just wanted to see. And the main events I didn't really care too much about because it's the people that's... Yeah. It's like, meh. But this match was pretty much a standard bear. It was...
A standard bear?
Like
raw bear?
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? What kind of bear are you talking about?
Just standard. You do enough to not get fired.
I get that. I'm trying to understand the bear terminology.
I used to hear the term, and standard bear used to mean it's your run-of-the-mill, same old bear you'd find in the damn forest. It's nothing special. Everyone goes. It's such a country mountain term. I picked that shit up when I was a kid. But people talking about, man, it was the biggest grizzly I'd ever seen. Yada yada. Be like, dude, it's your standard bear. Why don't you just chill?
Okay. Yeah, I kind of knew what was gonna happen with this match when it got started.
I didn't. Because I thought they might retain. And I thought about who was in it. I admit I went into a little blind. Because I'm like, it's New Japan. It's going to be extremely competitive. Let's just see how it turns out. That's where I was. But no, it was, let's competitively squash the champions.
The only time the match was competitive is when Sho was in the ring. Even with him healing it up, that was the only time it was competitive. Whether he was in there with Ishii, who dominated him most of the time, or what's his name, Yoshihashi, who they're probably in the same weight class. It was competitive anytime Sho was in there with anyone. Other than that, it was Yujiro doing his same slow shit. He was barely in there doing anything. And if he did, he was hitting somebody with the cane. And then there's Evil, and I could lay into Evil all day long, but I'm not going to do that. So it was like, I can't even say, I guess it was about 30%. 30% competitive.
If I thought about who was in this match on the scale that I typically think, I would have been like, oh crap, I know who's winning this match.
Mm-hmm. And of course, even in this 3-on-3, they came equipped with extra dick.
They had a lot of help from Dick. There was phallic help all over the place.
He was choking folks out whenever he could.
Evil was cheating. Look, these are your never open weight 6-man tag team champions. And the match ends with Evil pinning Yoshihashi epically, like, you know you need to stay down, with the finger on his forehead. That's exactly how they feel about these people.
Mm-hmm.
Goto will never see another title run. I mean an actual title run, and not this, let's prepare Yoshihashi for an area he'll never be able to get to until we run out. New Japan's going to have to run out of talent before Yoshihashi can climb and be important. New Japan has shown that already. I just,
and then
I feel bad for these people.
And then, you know, after being destroyed in the ring, they grab Goto, and then what's his name?
Show.
Before that, oh yeah, Show holds up a Chaos Tower, and Yujiro cuts it in half, and they toss it aside, and then Yo runs in and clears the ring. And starts. It looks good too. He got all white on.
He ran in like a bullet.
And it was bright. He got out there quick, and he got on his bright white and went out there and he whooped Show's ass. He should have kept beating him in the face. Then he got up and looked around and looked back at Show, and Show begged off. And then he did that cheetah thing. I mean, he did that gazelle thing. And just, you know,
in other words, he bolted. He Gran Turismo'd his ass out. If anyone seen the old Gran Turismo commercial, when the dude bust out the bathroom and run past the,
he just pushed Yo and then rolled out the ring. It was so quick how he dropped down and rolled out.
He was gone.
He ain't want no more of that.
None. And that was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole thing. That was that match. Pretty damn lackluster to me. You know, the best part of it was Show.
And that's sad.
The best part of your match should not be the run-in.
After the match is over.
It should not be the run-in. Run-in could be icing on the cake. It could keep the hype going, but it should not be the best part of your match.
But given that, you know, they had almost a full hour of their tag team, you know, opening matches, and this is the first title / beef match, you see how they feel about it.
Just think about that. Beef built up, rivals started, jumpings, attacks, trash talking, and it comes down to this: a highly competitive job match where they humiliate them at the end.
Yep.
That's not how you run a company. It should never be how a match go after all that hype up.
I just hope the next matches are better. That's all. We'll see.
Yep, we'll see. And yeah, Zimbo, if you listen, we do sound miserable. One, Cedra still is waking up, and me, I am messed. I've been messed up since, you know, I had a colonoscopy like days ago, and I ain't been right since. So at least I got my memory. I just ain't been right in my intestines since. Worse than normal. So I'm gonna sound this way. Can't apologize because it's out of my hands, but I'm also sick and tired of. I'm trying to be positive about New Japan. It's hard. It's hard. I'm hoping that things get better. I'm sure you've already seen the event if you even cared to watch it, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. So let's roll. Okay, our next match here. It features Greto Khan, Yano Toru. So this is the KOPW 2021 Amateur Wrestling Match. King of Pro Wrestling, I guess. I remember Okada saying, it's not the King of Pro Wrestling, but it is KOPW. And I'm like, what? What is that? What? In any case, this was amateur style wrestling. They go for points. It started, and it was pretty cool. Nagata Yuji, he was giving a good demonstration on, hey, these are how points are scored, the various ways.
Yeah, the young lions in there demonstrating. It was cool.
Yeah, and if you're in the ropes, it's minus a point or a warning and things like that. I thought this was so cool. So when they come out and Great Khan is in the blue singlet, I was like, okay, I know Yano's coming out in red because he likes red anyway. But you got blue corner, red corner, yada yada. And, you know, the commentary was just popping for it.
Yep.
I got to be honest with you. I was deeply enthralled in this match.
Mm-hmm. It was very interesting.
Yeah, I was just watching, you know. Like I said, we're not keeping notes for this. Just can't. Not right now. I'm feeling worse than before, but it doesn't affect me from the neck up, which I'm very thankful for. But, man, this was good. I can't get down with watching a lot of amateur wrestling, you know, but I can get down with watching amateur wrestling. It just, I like it. I love wrestling. I like pro wrestling. I love wrestling. I like seeing this stuff. In the Olympics, I watch this stuff, you know, if I could ever find it. Depends on what channel. And if there's one year they didn't show it at all. No amateur wrestling on any channel here in the USA. None.
Yeah, it's not one that everyone's popping off to see.
But this is Yano's baby. This is his thing. You know, that's what's important to know.
Yeah.
This is his thing. So, hey, this is the match. You know, seems like you had something to say.
Yeah, Greto Khan, they made a point of saying that before he joined the New Japan Dojo, that he had gone as far as you can go as an amateur wrestler. So, Greto Khan ain't no slouch. And he showed it. I mean, he has shown it. It'd be cool if they did this again at some point. But, you know, they probably won't.
He defends this once a year. Suppose, you know,
yeah.
So far what they have said. I don't know, man. This right here, I can see them doing this. I would say once every season. I can see them doing this, you know, on the 21st of January.
Oh, you mean like the actual seasons of the year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because wrestling don't have a...
Yes, I was confused. I was like, what season?
Yeah, so, yeah, the 21st of December, the 21st of March, 21st of June, you know, 21st of September.
It's usually the 22nd.
21st.
I was telling you.
We gonna do this? We gonna do this? Are we about to do this?
Yes.
Are we about to do this?
Yes.
Because it's the 21st.
Yeah, it's usually the 22nd of September.
See, what was that word you said?
Usually, which means like for the past years, it's been on the 22nd of September.
21st. Look, if it says on the calendar, okay, 21st, and then on the 22nd it says official day of summer, don't you think that's a little misleading, a little confusing?
If it says the 21st and then on the 22nd it says official first day of autumn. No, it's not confusing. It says on the 22nd.
You know what? I will wrestle for you. I will wrestle this. I will wrestle you for this.
Come on over here.
I ain't getting up. You're the one challenging me.
No, you're challenging me.
I'm letting you know what I would do. I haven't challenged anything. I just said what I would do. I did not say I'm going to wrestle you. I said I would wrestle you. Why do you not pay attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth?
What you need to do is you need to sit there and talk about the match.
I'm trying to do that, but you keep interrupting me.
Go ahead.
Why you keep interrupting me? You're doing it again. So look at you. You won't stop. Keep interrupting me. You know?
1 second.
for the first. You have to just deal with it. Look, this match I enjoy. You can stop muttering under your damn breath.
I have not muttered at all.
Quit it.
I have not muttered at all.
I'm paranoid. Go somewhere. Don't give me a complex. Quit it.
I just finished talking, man.
So, I like how they sprawled. I like how, this was highly defensive. And people think that amateur wrestling needs to be so forward and powerful. And you need power, you need agility, but man, what you need in amateur wrestling, beyond all that, two things: leverage and wisdom. You see some dude that's in his 60s or 70s, getting the amateur wrestling. They say, yeah, we're going to do this for real. And all of a sudden, you get this young whippersnapper who's like all state and stuff and just outright lose to him brutally because he doesn't. Yeah, the dude is stronger and he's faster than the older guy, but he doesn't have leverage and he doesn't have wisdom. That's the beauty of it. And so you get to see that in this match. You get to see them trying to get leverage. You see them trying to outdo the other to whatever they've done before. It's awesome. But sad to say, even though it is this, it's pro wrestling. So somebody's got to go over, right? And that's the only downside, because this is one of them things where it could be legit, and only, it is not about defeating Yano for it. No, this could be the, King of Pro Wrestling style. Twice an event, you can have these matches, and then the overall two highest point earners go for, the trophy. Who's going to win the trophy this time? You could do that seasonally, or you could do it biannually. I think it'd be a great addition. I know I would be all about that. But then and it needs to be legit. Let them do what they got to do, honest, no BS, because they're not punching, kicking, they're not diving, so there's no risk. So it could be a legit thing, and that would get all these wrestlers to actually hone their skills and try something different.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I think that's a beautiful concept.
Yeah.
I wish they could do something like that. This was nice. This was nice, and Yano won. I could see it happening. I think at the beginning of the second round, I was like, I already know who's going to win this. But it was worth it. So, Yano wins, and then at the end, what is there?
Good old fashioned jumping.
So, Hinade, he jumps in, and they beat the hell out of Yano. And, they beat him in the corner, beat him on the mat. Dominator, leave the ring. After Yuji ran in, was like, what the hell wrong with y'all? They got out like, bruh, we don't need any of you. So, I thought it was good. It was worthwhile. I'm curious to what any of you listeners out there, what y'all thought about this. Because I thought it was a worthwhile match and a worthwhile segment, and I think it could really blossom into something a whole lot more.
It could. It was nice if they did it.
Yep. All they got to do is just let it happen. In any case, with that said, let's roll.
22nd.
Next match is for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. And this features El Desperado, who we've seen go against for this title multiple times, against the champion, Robbie Eagles. And is it foreboding? Is it not? But my first thought was, Despy's wearing his I'm gonna beat somebody in a ugly kind of way.
Yeah, the murder Despy outfit.
You know, you don't get to see this outfit much. You know, you might think you see it. No, this is really dark. You know, sometimes the other one will have like little thin lines around it or something like that. No way.
It was black and gold pants.
And that was it. So, the match, yes, highly competitive. Very good.
Yeah.
Both, they performed.
Robbie Eagles is a very good wrestler. Not just hot, flippy floppy.
Like he used to be.
He's got a basic ground. You know, he got basics.
Yes. He's added that. He is a leg submission worker. You don't get to see that too often.
And good counter wrestling. He showed a lot of counter wrestling against Despy.
It was great. It was a good match. I watched this match. I was going to be playing Final Fantasy during this match, but couldn't. I was too busy watching the match. And yeah, they go outside the ring. Not for long. Not much. You know what? I don't recall Desperado cheating.
Desperado didn't cheat. He didn't grab tights. I don't think he thumbed eyes. He was just vicious, but he didn't cheat.
And honestly,
there was no help. There was no Nobu on the outside with the whiskey. It was none of that.
This match was clean. This match was good. And at the end, Desperado, he scored a submission victory.
Robbie couldn't even tap out. He had to verbally say,
yeah.
Yep.
But Robbie had the crowd behind him. But then the Japanese audience is going to be very supportive anyway.
Yeah.
They're just very supportive.
They're a supportive
they want you to do good.
They're a bunch of good eggs mostly.
Yeah. You know, they're not like the people down in Australia. Oh, no.
They were trolling Will Ospreay.
Ospreay. And he look out, boo. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, yes. That was, and the look on his face was like, you motherfuckers got me. Like, I'm pissed that y'all got me.
He fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
But they got me too, because I was like, wow, they're chanting his name. He was like, you got my attention. Boo. I love it. I'm never going to forget that. That was amazing. And like in this match, you know, Robbie, you know, he's like, come on, fans, pump it up. You know, he's like, Robbie, oi.
And they can't holler out, so he had to do it for him.
Yeah. And they were cheering right there with him.
Yeah, they got the clap on. It was nice.
It sounded like a venereal disease. Like, yeah, we went and got the clap. Shit. So I dug this match. And she was like, I just want Despy to win.
Yep.
I was like, come on.
Dude.
I was like, Robbie Eagles is looking good. He's doing right.
Ain't nothing wrong with Robbie Eagles, but Despy's been due for like 4-5 years.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, Despy won, and it looked good.
It was great.
It looked convincing. It looked legitimate. All right, because Robbie was like, I ain't giving up, and he was in the submission hold. He, you know, that double arm stretch muffler. He was trapped. And he was like, nope. I don't give a fuck. Nope. Nope. I ain't doing it. No. Yeah. You know,
you had to give it up.
Okay, I think I did a little more than what it was. But still, it was in that light, though. Because I'm like, I literally thought, man, he might get out of this. How is he going to do it? I was curious. And he's like, Despy's like, no, you go nowhere. Middle of the ring, not near the ropes, no hope of ropes, and you're going to submit. You are done. When you beat somebody as a heel, you beat a face that clean, that face is done. That's usually the wrestling thing right there. In pro wrestling, you just like, you done. That's it. You going home. That is the go home victory right there. Like, I'm sending your ass packing. So if you see Farabi Eagles in New Japan, cool. He is one half of the junior heavyweight championship, champions. So that's good. Who is it with though?
I don't know. That is the question. I don't know.
I don't even care. I think that's what's worse.
They took it from Desby and Nobu. No, they took it from El Phantasmo and Taiji.
Taiji
Ishimori.
Oh, Ishimori Taiji. Okay. El Phantasmo can go away.
Yeah, he gets on my nerves.
Yep. So, he might have to go on the list too for Zemo. I don't know. This is so tough. Zemo made such a tough. Damn, he made a tough request out of me. Personalities that I don't like.
Oh.
Good grief.
Yeah, El Phantasmo.
Yeah, but you see the other ones I got up there, and you'd be like, oh.
You got any of the ones that I would corroborate?
I don't know. We could go over that and then some. He didn't ask for a top 10. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
He did not say top 10. He just said.
Mama didn't say top 10.
Wait.
I couldn't resist.
21st.
22nd, man. 22nd.
This is what I work with, people.
No, this is what I work with.
This is what I work with.
It's the 22nd, and he will not acquiesce.
Because for all of my childhood and a good portion of my adulthood, it's been on the 21st. And it was the first. It was the summer fall solstice. That's what it was. It was on the 21st of September. They can't just change it now because, there was a couple of quakes that shifted the axis of the earth, 2 degrees. You can't do that.
Why not? That's kind of a significant thing. And like they did it because, some Republican got a wild hair.
They need to do it.
The fucking crust shifted on the planet.
They need to run it like they would anything else. It's wrong until everyone accepts that wrong is the right way.
The crust shifted. You sling our ass right into space, man. We couldn't do nothing about it.
We in space.
And then we be out there in it with nothing that we can do about it.
Watch The Wandering Earth, y'all.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
You'll see. All right, we got a lot of more to go. We can't spend time just, chat like chatteroids. So, with that said, let's roll on the 21st. All right, the next contest, that is for the IWGP U.S. Heavyweight Championship. The challenger Kenta going against Tanahashi Hiroshi, the champion. And I'll be honest with you, not once did I honestly think about this damn match. I didn't think about this match. It didn't even register to me. So we're watching it, and it's highly competitive.
Yeah, it is.
It's a really good match. They both did well.
It's one of the better Tanahashi matches that I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Tanahashi, it looked like the way this went, it was after the table spot. Tanahashi had a hard time getting over the top rope. But he got over there, got to the top, dove off, and landed on Kenta, who's on the table. And I mean, he crushed it all. His arm is damaged. Tanahashi's arm, his left arm is damaged to some minor or moderate degree.
I'm thinking his right arm.
It was facing us. It was on our right. So that would have to make it his left. That's what I was going on.
The arm that I was watching was the one that was on our left. That make it his right. The one that was bent at 90-degree angle when he landed.
I was looking at the one that was straight when he landed.
Okay.
See, y'all, that's why it's bad. We both spot how bad he was clutching both arms. So, wow. So, the match was competitive and it was good. It wasn't. I would easily have given it 4.5 stars. You know, that's how I was seeing it anyway. If stars mean anything anymore, seeing
They don't.
how they've been ruined. It was a great way. It was a great system, and it got enderific. So then the match devolves, and that's when it turned into crap. Okay, first Tanahashi went on a slurry of moves where back in the day he's about to win the match, plain and simple. Just beat the shit out of somebody. That's what he was. And then Kenta was like, nah, bruh. And he reversed it, and then it ended in Kenta fashion, using the corner, take advantage of some cheap shots, trickery. He got the go to sleep, victory, new champion. You know, a long, drawn out fight. And then
end like that.
Yeah, that. I mean, I understand it's your job. That's all it is. You know, I just go out there, I just do what they tell me to do. Yeah. But there's got to be something in these wrestlers that say, so you mean tell me I got to go out there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25, 30, 40 minutes, and then out of all that work, just screw it over?
Mm-hmm. Just bastardize the whole thing.
Seriously, y'all. Just put yourselves back in school for those that are out of it. Okay? Just think about taking a test. Imagine if you work that test, you work the problems, you use the scratch paper, you do everything you can to hone everything that you ever knew to get the right answers, and then on the last two, you look over and cheat off of the one you know that got it right. And then the teacher catches you. All that hard work for nothing.
Because they're going to assume you cheated on the whole damn thing.
Yes. But still you threw away your work.
Hard work and effort.
That's what I'm talking about. I just wish wrestlers had some standards about their own matches. Instead of, oh, I'm going to put out a good match. It's going to be a good match. You don't know what a good match is. People that say they're like, man, this is a good match. No, it won't. This wasn't a good match. You ruined it. But people that have seen so many crappy matches, they don't know what a good match is. Man, I just wish people would stop wasting their own time. And honestly, the fans' time. There are things they want to see. They're into it. They want it. And suddenly, meh. Any case, I will say this though. I'm glad Kenta won. And at the same time, I wish Tanahashi would have held on to it. You know? I said before the year end, Kenta's going to have a title or two. We ain't going to bring him back for nothing.
Yeah.
And Tanahashi, they're like, bruh, you're over 40. You're done. We'll give you some piddlies here and there, but you get nothing else. Man, Okada better watch the fuck out. Because Okada, he looks very youthful.
I think Okada's like 35.
Mm-hmm. He ain't got long. He can perform this level, and he can stay this level, and as soon as his ass turns 37 or 38, those little title runs are going to start dwindling. And New Japan's going to find themselves
a new golden boy.
Oh no, they're going to find themselves right back where they were when we tried to come back in some years ago when there was no Tanahashi around, no Okada around, and the G1 was full of all these weird people. These people we ain't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who they were. They were just weird.
He's 34.
34. Yeah, you got time, Okada. But hey, look, you better retire by the time you're 38. But retire by your 38. You better invest in some stocks. Get up on that capitalism. You better ruin some lives and get yourself some money. What?
You better ruin some lives.
Well, what the fuck you think capitalism is.
I know that's what it is, but you giving that to him as a possible plan for the future.
Yeah, capitalism.
Oh shit!
Ain't no way in hell you can do good in capitalism and not fuck somebody up or fuck somebody over to get up over. Ain't no way in the world. You. In order for someone to rise in capitalism, somebody's got to fall.
And see, here's what I'm wondering. This is a little bit off, and I won't go very far. Coda is 39. Okay, he looked 19.
Yeah.
Okay, Tanahashi is 40 something, but he look it.
Yeah.
His body look it.
Yeah.
I think that makes a difference.
It may. It may. They do debate that stuff.
Cause Coda's shit's just getting started, and he still looks phenomenal.
Until he ain't.
But I think he would have to be catastrophically injured before it's ain't.
You gonna use me good until you use me up. That's what's happening. It's messed up. But y'all better get y'all plan on.
Kenta 40.
And see what he can win, right? That was the top of his game right there. Ibushi Kota. Hey, bro. By the time he's gonna go until they will give him that belt past 40. I'm assuming they might stretch him out to 44. But you better make some investments and ruin some lives. I'm just saying, you might want to look into it. Just saying.
Hiroshi, he's 44.
He done. This is his last belt. The only thing he's gonna get now is tag belts.
Naito ought to be 40.
Yep, and keep getting injured.
And he's 39.
They have prepped nobody else to take these places. They have prepped nobody else to be, top level. They have prepped nobody else to be their primary champion. New Japan Pro Wrestling has outright fucked themselves. They're going to have to bring people in from other countries that are youthful or top notch to take these belts and hold them until they can build somebody up. And right now, the only one is, who's close but almost out of it? Oka. He just got there, but he ain't young. He can't be. He's got to be somewhere. He's got to be somewhere about 35 or 38. Oka's got to be up there. He's got that, balding thing like it says, look, bro, I'm close to 40.
30.
He's 30?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker look 50.
He don't look 50.
I'm just saying.
But he don't look 30.
No, he look like he up there. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, you better look, go bald or grow some hair and look youthful as you are, because you're next, bruh. Because they've prepped nobody else. The only other people there that are going to be worth a damn are Gaijin. And we know the Japanese audience hate that shit. One of you can win a belt, but not all of you Gaijin can win a belt. It takes people like the Tongans that's been there for so long, they're practically Japanese.
Yeah.
So, good job for staying young, Oka. You don't look it, but hey, it is what it is, right? All right. So look, we done with this match. We buried the hell out of it and stuff. But yeah, power struggle. Yeah.
It's hit and miss. Some are good, some are not.
The struggle is the age. The struggle is the office.
And Yoshihashi 39.
Damn. Y'all better make some U.S. capitalist investments and ruin some lives and get ahead. And that's the only way y'all gonna make it now. Oh, all right. Look, with that said, y'all, let's roll. Okay, so here we go. Next match, Tokyo Dome. IWGP Heavyweight Title Challenge Defense. Tama Tonga versus Okada Kazuchika. And you know what? In all honesty, I would hate on this, but I can't, because it was too predictable. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna give y'all exactly what I went through, what I said, and then let me know. Y'all watch this match. If you've watched this match, then let me know if I was wrong on my pre-assumption. I'm not going to change anything because I know the outcome and I watched this whole match. Because I did want to skip to the end and be like, oh, yep, he won, and move on. Because Okada did win. But at the beginning, when Tama was coming out, I was like, you can't tell if he's going to win or lose.
No, can't.
No different than poised posture. He looked aggressive on his face coming to the ring. He looked like, you know what, I'm coming to win and y'all coming to play, so, you know, ain't it obvious? So, yeah, I was like, this dude looked like somebody that's going to win this match. Okay. So, here's the thing. Okada, his intro, didn't see it because he just skipped the shit out of it.
Oh, sorry.
I would have told her to, at some point, I'd have been like, you can stop it now. You know, that's at some point I'd be like, okay, we get it.
He looked the same dry bone every time he come out.
Yeah. I ain't saying you did anything wrong. I'm just, isn't it obvious? That kind of thing.
That is dry. Yep.
So the match got started. Tom was like, ready? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, let's go. And they run at each other and the fight's on. Okay.
But Okada was looking at him like, you motherfucker.
Because Tama was talking shit on Twitter for a while. Maybe, I assume that's what that's all about.
He was talking shit on Twitter.
That look on Okada's face. That's the most expression I've ever seen out there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen him look upset before. He almost looked like, you did what to my suit?
He looked very indifferent normally.
Yeah. So, okay. And then I said this, because I think after they went to the outside, I said, all right now Okada's getting owned. That's all it was at first. He's just getting owned. So then I said, if he keeps getting owned, he's gonna win. Then it went from getting owned to getting housed. It's like, oh snap. He getting housed. So he's really going to win. He's making Tama look good. And I could not help but think this. And he's the only one that got it. And this is in Fire Pro Wrestling World. When you look at the skills of everyone, you got certain top skills. Okada has what's called reborn. So you get beat down enough, you get all your energy back, you resurge, come back, and fight like you're fresh. You repeat popular moves that the crowd like, and it's hard to put you down. It's something called hard body. So he get all three of those in the game, and his ukeme, his sell and comeback ratio for each segment of the later parts of the match is set in what someone had told me was championship mode. Just give a little, like you don't give up much, then you give up just a little bit, then you make a decent comeback. So in the game he's got that, and in this company is how he functions. So Tama Tonga's beating the brakes off of him like the whole match. And then I said, let's see, this was well before Tama dove off the ropes with the Superfly Splash. It was way before that. They had just came in after Tama Tonga suplexed Okada on the outside. Well before. So that spot was well before. And I said, correct me if I'm wrong, Cedra, I know Okada's going to win. I just want to know how.
Yeah.
And then after Tama Tonga nailed that splash, now correct me if I'm wrong, I said Tama Tonga's beating the shit out of him. And so when it comes to matches like this, everyone's always beat the shit out of Okada when it's like, but it's never been this bad. Therefore, this time, what Okada's going to do is take this beating, and then what? It's going to be like, he's going to nail a couple of moves, and it's going to be over.
Exact same thing he did with Minoru Suzuki, except Minoru drug him through that match.
And that's not even what I wanted to say. I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to bring up Minoru because it was too easy.
He drug him through that match, and then bing, bang, boom, it's over. Okada stretched out like, man, I'm dog tired. And Minoru's like, yep, where's One Piece?
Yep, I can still go. Bring somebody else out. Okada looked laid to the bone. Mm-hmm. So, Okada got a few drop kicks in, reversed the breaks out of Tama's finishers like all day, every day. And, you know, Rainmaker, he got that return lariat, and he hit the hell out of Tama.
He did. He made it look good.
Now Okada this time, he swung that arm like, I'm trying to hit you. I don't know why it was like that. You know, I don't know why it was so severe. Now, did he nail him with a lariat of a good measure? Nope. Not even close. When you can sling your arm like Stan Hansen, Kenta Kobashi, or Nigel McGuinness, you can talk to me. All right. There you go. Now, Okada did get the lariat, and I thought after everything that Okada survived, wouldn't it be nice if Tama Tonga kicked out? Mm-hmm. And I thought that on 2. I didn't say it, I just thought it. It was 1. 2, after everything, wouldn't it be nice if Tama Tonga kicked out? 3, guess not. Mm-hmm. That's what went on in my head. And this match was, you know, just predictable. That's what I went through. That's what I thought at those times. And I'm just saying, okay, just hear me out. It shouldn't be that predictable.
Unfortunately, Okada's matches are. When you've seen enough of them, as we have, because they won't let them go away.
It's not just that. I have learned Okada after his 6th match that I saw. I realized the pattern, and I started getting bored. It was that simple for me. You know? So, I don't know. Move the mouse. See if this... Yeah, this must be the main event.
Uh-huh.
So...
He's wrestling...
Yeah. So, we're going to get to that. I honestly did like this match with Okada, but Okada wrestled like an indie person. He didn't do much, took a long style beating, made a comeback off of quote unquote a counter reversal or subtle mistake, but there was no wrestling involved with Okada.
Not from him, no. Tom was wrestling his ass off.
Tama did everything. He used
wrestling,
he used the basics.
Basics. He put on a wonderful basic wear down sleeper hold.
He did a lot of basics. Okada just took an ass whooping. Mm-hmm. You know, he went to the woodshed and came out clean. That's what Okada did, and that's what he does. And it makes you not think that something's going to happen. That's the problem with Okada. There is no mystery. There is no, thrill. There is no edge of your seat. There's no wonder. There's no ponder. He loses probably 3 times a year at best? At best? When he's losing, and he almost lose a title, but he holds on at the last second, that's edge of your seat. Go look at Ric Flair's matches back in the 80s. You just know he about to lose. You know he gonna lose, and he just barely kick out. You know.
Nice.
So yeah, that is a nice mask. Although it'd be better if it was blue or white, but you know, I'm picky. Butterfly belt.
It's red. It's fine.
Red sucks, especially on the 21st.
Red is wonderful on all firsts and seconds.
So that was Okada's match, everybody. We're gonna this should be the main event.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know what you're liking about this. You know, if you like what we do here, you know, let us know with a thumbs up, you know, or you can just type it down there. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get to the main event. So let's watch that, and then we'll be done. Honestly, once we got to this half of the show, it really wasn't that bad. After we got past the never openweight 6-man tag team titles, it wasn't that bad.
It was pretty decent.
Yeah, even Okada's match was pretty decent. Predictable as fuck, but decent. Okada's safe. He's smooth. He's great in the ring. He's just so damn predictable. And it's not the match outcome. It's almost what he's going to do at every stage of the match. But I really wish that he would add mystery to his matches. You know? But they're going to use him like this until he ages out. I mean, they're going to treat him like a well-experienced pedophile. When you age out, you are no longer useful and you can get kicked to the curb. Maybe you can sit out here at ringside like Liger or somebody. Help train the noobs, you know, or go on tour, have a few little matches there. Or no, you know what Okada's going to do? He's going to have an office job.
Yeah.
He might break off and start his own promotion. That's something Okada might do. Or he'll do that and he'll get into some stock exchanges and ruin some lives. You know, but either way, he's predictable until that. And I hope I'm not being too predictable with this. And I really don't care to stalk the fool and find out either. I got other shit to do.
You sure you want to stalk him? I'm sure, you know, I'm sure he's got an opening for some stalkers.
No.
Well, if the pay's good.
I would get paid. Shit. Well, I might have to do some stock exchange and ruin some lives. That said, y'all, let's roll. All right, main event, IWGP Heavyweight Championship match. Main event of Power Struggle, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Takagi Shingo. And look, didn't write notes because we was talking about our verbal role play while we was watching the match, and I was playing Final Fantasy, but then I stopped because I was watching the match.
It was a good match.
This was a 5-star match. If the star rating system means anything, this would have been a 5-star, a classic, great 5-star match. And I'm gonna tell you, man, you know, how can I say this? You don't necessarily know who's going to win in this until you think one negative, but yet a truth. They're not going to let some non-Japanese person go into their biggest event of the year as champion. You know, that's what thought I had.
Didn't they do it for Jay White?
Yeah, but Jay White is New Japan. Zack Sabre Jr. is not New Japan. You know, Jay White's there. Is he here? Yeah, just in the United States. He's on Strong. And he's touring in other areas, but that's where his home is at the moment. Jay White, was he worthy of having the belt? Yes. Should he have lost it as soon as he did? No. Jay White was an amazing heel. He had every iota of wrestling talent that anyone needs and should and ultimately has to aspire to have. Jay White had everything, and they're like, yeah, transitional, buddy. You know, Jay can talk. He knows how to be underhanded. You know, repping Bullet Club. That's just how I feel about it. You know, they ain't have, but like Kurt Angle, he was a disgrace. Somebody else was too. Was it Brock Lesnar? Was he champion?
Brock was champion. Yeah, they've had several 9.
Yeah, I'm talking about going into Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh, I don't know.
You know, I was very specific with that.
I still don't understand what Kurt Angle did to disgrace the belt.
I can't remember either, and probably Zimmo or somebody else can enlighten us on that. This match was a great back and forth, 50-50 all the way up. All the way up. And when you thought they hit, you know, the epitome of what they could do, Zack hit that Michinoku driver, as he calls the Zack driver. He hit it once and dropped. I said, wait, that might be a tail. Because he hit it, and just like before, the other 2 times I've seen him hit it, he fall out, don't cover. Something ain't right with that. And then it got to the point where he got snatched up into Made in Japan, and it looked really good.
And he kicked out.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. Mid-card stuff for Takagi, but match finisher for Junior.
But he snatched Zack up into the Last of the Dragon too. But he did the same thing. He fell out. Takagi fell out. He didn't hold him for the cover.
Yep. And although kicking out would help, but they didn't have to. They hit their primaries. They laid out. That was the signal. Build it back up. And that's what they did. They built it back up. Mutually. Back and forth. Together. Putting on the fight. Zack, he snatched him into that 180 Zack driver. Damn, that looked good and vicious. Mm-hmm. Damn, that should, honestly, it should have won the match. They're going to look back at it and say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have kicked out. You know, it looked brutal. Loved it. Zack going through all of his submission holds throughout the whole match. I don't think he really repeated any single one of them. I mean, submission transition master is what Zack Sabre Jr. is. And everybody be like, that's a mouthful right there. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what she said.
Huh?
So, my goodness, I honestly think all of you should watch this match again. It's worth it. This was a great match.
Yeah, it was a great main event.
Yes. It was worthy of the main event, and they outdid all the other matches combined. That's something that New Japan hadn't done in a minute. It's been so long, because there are matches on a lot of other cards, and you're like, the main event wasn't even this good. Mm-hmm. And you're like, why is your opening match with the Young Lions more exciting and a better conclusion than your main event title match? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
But these two, oh no. They went to that next level shit. And I enjoyed this. Takagi was snapping off those right hooks. He was snapping off those running European uppercuts. They did everything. Everything. It was brutal. And then it hit me, Zack can't win this. Because if he was going to win this, a lot of those submission holds would have been locked in, and they were not. That was the only tell. Out of that, you wouldn't know. When Zack has a chance of winning or is going to win, he will apply submission holds and apply them. Takagi was in quite a few, yes, but at the ropes. He wouldn't stay in them long. And Zack didn't try to tie him up with those multi-limb submission holds that when they got to just sit there and yell until they done. He didn't do that. Takagi was also highly evasive of a lot of submission holds that Zach would try in the middle of the ring, which was great scouting work, and I like how they did that. You know, and I say scouting work because you have to, because a lot of times in wrestling, they don't do much. Some when their craft is down and they know each other in that ring, they don't do much talking. They don't have to because they know what's going on. They know what to expect out their opponent. And they can have a match with little to no words. They just get it done. And then some brief do this, do that. You know, and yeah, I admit these two, they did a lot of things where, yeah, they could have had long, you know, conversations back and forth in the ring. I admit that. But it doesn't look like it. And that's what's important. It doesn't look like it. That's what and honestly, I really can't praise this match enough. This was Takagi Shingo. He performed like he did when it was Best of Some Junior. You know, when he should have won that tournament. That tournament, do you know why that tournament? Zemo knows. He knows why that tournament was one of the most epic tournaments in New Japan history, because it thoroughly exposed not the business, but New Japan's business. And because of that, that's why Takagi is where he is today. Because he went there, and I don't know which guy it was. It's probably Doki. He popped off those rapid shots in the corner. And I mean, they were crazy rapid shots when he plowed through every junior. Yeah, it was competitive, but really. And then, you know, Ospreay come, and it's like, oh, for some reason, Takagi forgot how to wrestle.
It was terrible.
You can't, when Takagi can annihilate everyone and annihilate the ones that annihilate you, you shouldn't win. So yeah, the world was pissed. And New Japan heard it, because little do people know, this the one thing I do know. 2 of New Japan's events after that had very low TV ratings and very low ticket sales when going, you know, like those pre-ticket sales, like get them online and whatnot. Very low. But at the gate, okay, they did better. It picked up at the gate. But when it comes to, yeah, man, I can't wait to go. Let's buy it in advance.
They were like,
yes. So the people that get turned away were the ones that actually got in. So they did that. New Japan listened. Takagi, it didn't take long before he went to heavyweight. It was that same, in the same 6 months.
Yeah.
And
that was less than that, because his very next match was against Kojima.
As test tryouts. You know, for the crowd anyway. They already knew what they wanted to do with him. And they did that thing. And now look where he is, 2 years, 3 years later?
I think 2.
So, okay. And they got him. And now he's, hey, look, it's almost like our bad. How about if we set it up that in the long run, you can main event Wrestle Kingdom as our heavyweight champion? Because, yeah, looking at that sucks. You did the job, yada, yada. You know? And, well, hey, he's doing it. He's going there. And he got the win with Last of the Dragon. The second one. The first was a catch you and drop you. But the last one, it was like all the fight had finally left Zack Sabre Jr. like, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
I'm beat up. I'm exhausted. I can't go anymore. That's how he looked. He was a limp noodle.
He was.
You know, he was overboiled spaghetti. He was messed up. And he got dropped on his shit. 1, 2, 3. And Tai Chi came in. And then after that, Okada comes in. They exchange words. But, you know, Takagi Shingo gets the last word. He gets the mic. And, you know, the show will be over. And I really think this match should go up there in one of New Japan Pro Wrestling's classic, great, high caliber, high profile matches. You know, it aids in what happened during the G1. It aids with what happened before the 2 matches before that. You know, it finally ends it. But then Zach can come back and say, hey, buddy, actually, we're tied, and throw out some other crap.
Yeah.
There's a lot that can go on from this one match. But the one thing that can't be denied is this match was perfect. This was just struggle. It was a struggle. It was a battle. It was a contest. And the champion came out winning in the end. Honestly, yeah, like he should. And it was predictable. But there were points where you had to wonder, will he lose? You had to wonder that. Then when he don't, you're kind of like, oh no, he might have should have lost right there. You don't get that with Okada. You don't get that. Are they gonna win? You know, like, nope, not here. You know that. Why? Because they're at this part of the ring. It sucks when you can do that. But Takagi Shingo is a good IWGP Heavyweight Champion. I will not say he's a great one, but I'm liking him better than Okada because this guy has personality. Mm-hmm. This guy will talk to the crowd. He says things about himself that most wrestlers wouldn't say about themselves. He called himself shy. He said that he doesn't feel as strong as his opponent. He'll say stuff like that. He'll say that, yeah, this arm hurts, and if they take advantage of it, I'm going to get messed up, yada, yada.
Yeah, I think he almost broke my jaw.
Yep. He says stuff like that. So when he says stuff like that, the crowd gets to be like, oh, man, is he going to be all right? You get sympathy. Takagi's good. I'm just hoping that he can become great if New Japan Pro Wrestling allows him. That's all I'm saying. You got anything to add?
No. It's all good.
So, I hope y'all enjoyed this. You know, because this event started off. It started off with the dark matches, which was all right because the Young Lions always bring it. But then it was like, and then it was like, Then it just kept picking up. Even Okada's match picked it up.
Yeah, Tama did great.
Yeah, it was a Tama Tonga match.
Mm-hmm.
But normally, if Okada's in a match with somebody, it don't matter how great they look or how much Okada put them over. It's still like, But in this, it won't even that. Okada just worked better with Tama Tonga. Okada worked with a little bit of emotion. He had urgency. Mm-hmm. He won't just, here's my next move. No, there was something behind those moves. He had emotional content.
Probably because Tama Tonga brought it out of him. I mean, because Japanese opponents don't talk shit like Westerners.
Nope.
Not even close.
They'll say stuff like, you know, your wrestling skill is weak, or, you know, your finisher move can't do anything to me because it's weak just like you. Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not really anything to incite you, but Tama.
Yeah, he's vulgar. He's foul.
Fuck you, and you ain't shit, and you know.
You know, others will be like, oh man, your arms hurt. How are you going to wrestle?
Yeah, stuff like that. It's, you know, it's wordplay where Tama don't.
Like, you know you ain't shit, right?
Yeah, shut your dumb ass up. You know.
Like, hey, tomorrow we gonna wrestle. You prepared to be my bitch?
Yeah, stuff like that. So, you know, I'm sure Okada probably felt a way about that.
And if that's what it takes, then, you know, found the elixir because Okada needs it.
And don't let any of the fans start mimicking that shit on the street. Hey, Okada, shut your dumb ass up.
Oh. Now, see, if that was happening, I can see Okada come to the ring like, you know, I'm going to be a heel, right?
Look, kid, so you shut your dumb ass up. Come on.
You mind not telling me that in front of your family? So I hope y'all enjoyed this. You know, we honestly enjoyed this. This was actually the last half a good event.
Yeah.
It was actually, I'm surprised. I'm a little anticipatory about what's coming up next. You know, I'm a little excited.
That's because we did it the right way. We didn't watch all the lead up through all the road to power struggle.
I wasn't gonna do that. I couldn't do that. That wasn't gonna happen.
The road to power, the roads to from New Japan Pro Wrestling have their purpose, and it's good. But for people who are able to watch all of them, that purpose fails, and you end up seeing the same event over and over again until you get to the finale. So we just need to hang in there for the finales. Maybe watch the first one or the second road to. Find out when the finale is gonna be, and then like, all right, then we know who's gonna be beefing.
I want to know. I'm curious about the tag league and.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say, and I forgot. Of course, Tama couldn't beat Okada and be the one to go to Wrestle Kingdom. The tag league's coming up.
But I mean, if he did,
it would have been fantabulous. But that just. It's almost a tag league without God. What the fuck?
Well, he would have been in it. If the damn IWGP champion could be in every goddamn G1 climax, ain't nothing wrong with winning the title and being like, hey, I'm also doing tag team too.
That's true. It would set a precedent.
Not really. I think Chono or Muta, not Muto, but Muta was tag champion and heavyweight champion.
It was set a modern day precedent.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know, but I think that's how it was at one point. Not sure. If it never has, okay, fine. Nobody wins anything for saying, you're wrong there, Cedric. But I don't stalk New Japan history.
You should. What if the pay is good?
I get paid? Well, I get paid, get some stocks, and ruin some lives.
There you go.
All right, y'all. So look, this has been Cedric and Cedar for CR Wrestling Commentary, New Japan Pro Wrestling Power Struggle. I want to thank you for listening to us, putting us up on your screen and whatnot. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, patience, and energy. And make sure you stay and keep everyone else around you safe. Wash up, glove up, mask up. Not in that order, but keep it going. All right? So, with that said, good night and see you next time.